Third Wave Fun says to the queer and trans and disabled and undocumented kid that if you think that the world can be a radically different place, organized around people's human needs, yeah, we can actually do that.
For over 25 years, Third Wave Fun has resourced youth-led, intersectional gender justice movements across the US and US territories. Our grant-making and philanthropic advocacy strengthens the community power, well-being, and self-determination of Black people, Indigenous people, and people of color, leading us towards our liberation.
Third Wave Fund is a redistribution of wealth and power that's investing in people who right now are being attacked by legislation on all sides. It's about investing in people who are just trying to live their lives and their most authentic self. Everyone is struggling against their mental health and all the other consequences of COVID. And top of all this really bad legislation happening at the state and federal levels. The need is really great, and there are amazing organizations and people doing the work.
We don't fund single issue areas because we don't live single issue lives. Our grant making not only focuses on funding groups on the ground in moments of crisis, but also on capacity building and long-term sustainability.
Third Wave changed my life, saved my life, set me up on a trajectory that otherwise I think wouldn't have been available for me.
It's like a breath of fresh air to be interfacing with people who also have a disability justice lens. Just having that political understanding and meeting in that framework is so important and affirming.
The work that we're doing now at FMSAJ is to be able to challenge those systems. The alternative that we are practicing is restorative justice circle keeping, really giving people hope and giving people a space where they can find justice for whatever that means for them.
I was drawn to supporting abolition organizing and immigration organizing just because they are core tenets of my lived experience. Without Third Wave's support, I definitely would not have been able to look at my skill set, look at my lived experience, and say, yeah, I can translate this into a place of philanthropy.
I think one of the challenging things for leaders of color, for queer and trans leaders, and gender nonconforming people who are on the front lines of really intense battles is having some continuity of access to platforms and spaces and organizations that really allow us to practice our leadership. The Sex Worker Giving Circle has been one of those platforms that allow amazing leaders and organizers like Evelyn to be able to take all of the wisdom from their own life and turn it into resource distribution and wealth redistribution.
Often with funders, the relationship is usually very one-sided. But with Third Wave Fund, it was different. It was more receptive. It was, how can we support you? What tools do you need?
Third Wave grants go beyond just funding. We know how to best support our community of grantees because we are from those communities. And we draw on our lived experiences to inform our work.
It's been 25 years, y'all. We know amidst continued escalation that we have to commit ourselves to the work to ensure powerful futures for our communities. each of us has a role in making sure that this work is resourced for future generations.
Organizing was a lifeline because it gave me a structure in which to figure out how to work with and address what my community was feeling and needing at the time. I came to Fireweed in the pandemic. Fireweed and Third Wave Fund began collaborating, and it's been an epic partnership and collaboration. How do we, as a mental health education, healing justice, and disability justice org, build out the tools for us to be able not to just survive, but thrive in this moment and heal in this moment?
There's violence happening in policy, in law, in people's day-to-day lives, in our neighborhoods, at our workplaces, and still our folks are figuring out ways to respond, to take care of each other, to show up, to speak truth to power, to organize, to build mutual aid projects, to tell different stories, to have fun, to experience pleasure. I think Third Wave Fund gets to be part of that story in a very particular way.
I've seen the transformation. Like I'm sitting here today, right? Like not just surviving, but thriving.
The resources of Third Wave has helped us to expand our vision. The work that I'm doing now will impact future generations to continue to fight for justice, to continue to fight for freedom, and to continue to fight for a more healthy world. And so thank you, Third Wave.